Hello, everybody. Today we are going to talk something about the force of nature. What is force of nature? What is the force? Force is a kind of gradient of pressure. Okay. How does pressure happen? Pressure happens because of spin quantum of matter. Okay. If you have higher spin, there is going to be more pressure. If it's going to be lower spin, then it's going to be less pressure. That's all. Okay. And also, if you have uniform grading, then the pressure content is a little bit more concentrated. Okay. And if you have distribution in a random way, then it has got pressure content is much lesser. Okay. It's a kind of a little bit lesser, or the spins are moving at random. Okay. You have different kinds of spins coming in. That's why. And why things expand, if you have aligned spin, then that is spin which are aligned on a particular line or something like that. Those kind of things are kind of more focused pressure on a particular surface area. And if it starts expanding because of normalization is a kind of spin. When it gets normalized, what it distributes over as a kind of bell curve over the surfaces and things like that. So the force is a kind of distribution pattern. Okay, when you think of forces, okay, forces usually don't act as come as a kind of actual force or something like that. It comes always as a kind of pressure gradient. Okay, pressure, you have only pressure. Okay, you can talk only about a surface pressure or a volume pressure or things like that. So usually forces don't act in a kind of line or something like that. You can make the forces act in a line, but it is very hard to make it in a line. Okay, so usually you have to have surface pressure or volume pressure and things like that, and then you can concentrate those things onto a particular area to give different kinds of forms of forces. So there are about four forces. Some is called strong nuclear force, some is called weak nuclear force, then you have what is called electromagnetic force, and then you have finally have what is called gravity. Okay, these are the four kinds of force. Some people have found the fifth force also, fifth force of nature, but we are not very sure what is the fifth force. But still, you can have a description of how these things are created. Okay, so we want to know how forces are created. Okay, we know how distribution theory works already, because the spin quantum things are kind of distribution. Okay, and things like that. Okay, so if a spin happens in a spherical manner, then usually there is only one force. Okay, that is the spinning of the thing. Like if you can see the sun as an in yellow color, then it means that it's spinning regularly and there is no kind of disturbance of the uh, sun. That is, sun is not having, except for spin, it doesn't have any other kind of uh, forces coming in. Okay, that is why it will be yellow in color. But if it changes color a little bit, then it means that it is going through certain kinds of forces. Okay, different kinds of forces it's going through and things like that. So usually, if it will be X-shaped. Okay, X-shaped is a kind of shape which gives you different kinds of forces. Okay, what happens is actually there are two forces. One is compression, okay, and expansion. Okay, because of spin. Okay, there's a compression and expansion because of spin, and there is a surface material spoon out which are thrown out, and there's another one. Okay, that's another kind of force. Okay, these are the things which come in. So when you take the nucleus is a kind of like, you know, neutral kind of particle, neutral kind of stuff, and then what happens is like it has a kind of proton kind of because of the spin, small matter comes out of it, and these matters spin around the kind of center, and then that thing which comes, the matter that comes out of the core is like electrons moving around nucleus and things like those are called the other kinds of forces. Okay, what are what are um, what are so okay, nuclear force means nucleus. Nucleus means it's got plenty of protons envelope kind of thing. Okay, because of mass, and electrons are spinning around the nucleus. Okay, so there is some kind of what is called a charge coming in. Charge means matter has two different kinds of rotation. The smaller matter, which has a rotation or a spin quantum which is opposite to that of the core. Okay, core is like the bigger size mass. So it's just a kind of bigger size distribution is basically a bigger size has one kind of quantum spin and the smaller one has a different kind of quantum spin. Okay, so in order to balance the thing, so it is a kind of when the equivalence too different, okay, the sense like too huge, then they have 1,000th of a kind of ratio and they start spinning. Okay, so the electron has got 1,000th the mass or something like that. Okay, the spin quantums of each one of them. So this gives what is called the weak nuclear force. Is like electron force. The attraction between the electron and the nucleus is called a weak nuclear force. Then you have strong nuclear force. If we are breaking the atom or the nucleus of the atom, that is called a strong nuclear force. Then how these things are like, if you take the shape of the egg, then if you take the base of the egg, okay, base of the biggest segment of the egg, then you get these two forces. Okay, these two forces act only there. Okay, and if you take the conical shape or the lower end of the things, then you have electromagnetic forces. Electromagnetic forces are like what you have current, magnetic field and things like that. Okay, those kind of things are coming on the other side of the egg. Okay, and you have gravity also coming in as the edge back factor. Okay, because when you have an egg, the lowest end of the egg, the smallest end of the egg gives what is called a gravity, because the spin is like kind of different and it's just present throughout. Okay, because it's got it's a kind of all pervading, or it is just a kind of like small kind of, because it's moving. So what happens is the bigger end has most of the matter. Okay, and the smaller end has less amount of matter, and because of less amount of matter, it gives a weak kind of electromagnetic force, which we call gravity. Okay, so if we take the North Pole and the South Pole, gravity is a kind of thing which is created on the North Pole. Usually it's on the North Pole. No, not on the North Pole. I think its gravity is created on the South Pole. Okay. Okay. So that is why the North Pole is facing the sun and the South Pole is not facing the sun. Okay. So gravity is usually generated on South Pole of the planets or South Pole of sun, South Pole of things like that. Okay. You have two poles, North Pole and South Pole. South Pole is usually one the ones which are actually weak. Okay. Weak in the sense they generate what is called gravity. How does what actually is gravity? Is a kind of lower spin matter. Okay, so higher spins they face the sun, and what happens is because something like a nucleus facing an electron is facing the nucleus. It's similar to that. It happens in high order in the sense like sun to earth. How nucleus is to electrons, it is same way. It is kind of sun to earth or sun to moon or earth to moon. These kind of things are called gravity. Okay, those kind of forces are called gravity, or some other kinds of things. Okay, let's find out what are the things which we have. So some of the things is given here, and this I want
I
to
can
show
use
you.
one of the four fundamental forces of nature to define the other right here, right now.
So we have
Boom! Take that, gravity, electromagnetism forever!
Okay, so those are kind of forces that you have. Okay, so you know what is gravity. Gravity means something to do with sun and earth and other bigger size objects. Okay, that is called gravity. And the smaller force is called the gravity. The bigger force of those things are called magnetism. Okay, and if you take electrons, neutrons and other things, they are called electromagnetic forces, which are kind of nucleus and between the electrons, okay, because of the spin quantum. Okay, these are the two kinds of forces that come in. Now let's go into some other thing. Okay, gravity. Okay, so usually black holes have huge amount of gravity. Okay, these are the things which are not facing the north pole. Usually gravity is from the south pole of black holes. Okay, so when you think of black holes, they are actually created because of all the south poles facing a particular kind of they are just kind of all these south poles of sun, stars, galaxies and other things. They meet at one point and they form what is called a black hole, and the south part of the black hole is what gives you an illusion of gravity. Okay, so to understand gravity, gravity is a weak kind of force. Okay, weak kind of force because of spin quantum. Okay, that is one thing you have to know. If you take sun and other things, then you have what are called nuclear forces coming on in. Okay, so the nuclear fusion and fission, these are the two kinds of nuclear force that comes in, and another one is electromagnetic forces. Okay, electromagnetic forces in between, like kind of like mostly because of spin quantum. Nuclear forces because of split in the sense like they completely they have what is called a quantum separation. Quantum separation is like how the earth is separated from the sun. This separation is what is called a nuclear force. Okay, it relates to the same kind of nuclear force as with electrons, protons and things like that. Okay, that kind of difference is called what is a nuclear force. And the weak ones like electromagnetic and what is called a field production. Field production is because of the spin, there is a small amount of charges which come out, and those kind of charges are moving around. Okay, those kind of things. Okay, let's not go into the details of how the south pole works and how the south pole